Blitz Talk TV. Let's get it started, man. The NFL free agency extravaganza. It is time. We're going through all the names. We stand on business.
I don't know about all the names, but but no,
Good,
definitely standing on
a good
business.
25 to 30 names from the ESPN 100 best free agent available list. That's what we're doing. Not every single name. We don't talk about scrubs. So the scrubs, we're not talking about that. Only
Oh
relevant
man,
players. Only relevant players, man. We're not
hey,
doing that here. We
hey
don't.
man, don't get us hit up, man, with your
Hey,
words, bro.
listen. If we don't talk about you, you a scrub, man. You're a scrub. You can be in the comments all you want, but you scrub.
I don't believe that personally, but
I ain't going scrub level, but we not talking about every single person. We're not doing that. We're just not doing that. We're not doing that. We giving about 25 to 30 of the best free agents, man. BlitzTalk TV. We standing on business, man. We're picking destinations. You holding us to these picks. I don't want y'all coming in the comments later like, oh, you were wrong. Oh, da 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 da. No, we're not doing that. If you come in the comments and you have something to say, me and Reliq will see you. We see the comments. We calling you out on this podcast. We're calling you out. I'm calling names too. So you come in the comments saying, "Oh, you were wrong," da 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 da. You better have your ears ready because we're gonna be talking about you, and I'm gonna have the list of Jericho for you.
and also keep in mind that the NFL free agency season doesn't start till March
March
9th
11th.
officially.
We're doing this way before it even starts. There might be names released as we are speaking. There might be trades happening as we're talking, but we standing on business, man. So the same hate y'all better give, y'all better get the same love when we pick all these free agents right. I know that. And I'm starting with this, by the way. This ain't even a free agency, but I'm calling the three-way trade right now. DJ Moore to the Patriots, Maxx Crosby to the Bears, multiple picks to the Raiders. I said it in the chat. I'm saying it now. It's a three-way trade on the horizon. DJ Moore to the Patriots, Maxx Crosby goes to the Bears, bunch of picks going to the Raiders. Reliq heard it. There's a public witness. I promise you that's about to happen. Three-way trade.
That would be something.
I'm not gonna
And
speak too much on
instantly,
it because it has to happen, and then when it happens, y'all can just come and tell me I was right and how DJ fundraiser needs to be listened to from now on. Calling it now, man.
I hope someone does rescue Maxx Crosby though. I
Get
really
him
do.
off that atrocious team, man. Get him off that atrocious, just atrocious team. Please save him.
But all right, let's get into it, bro.
Let's talk, man. First free agent up. The Bengals have freed Trey Hendrickson.
Come home, bro. Just come home. Come home,
Now,
man.
I want to talk about how stupid the Bengals are first before we even get into that. You don't trade him at the peak of his career, where he literally in a 3-year stretch had more sacks than anybody. You do not trade him. You do not pay him. You let him walk out the door for nothing.
It's one of the most mismanaged free agent situations I have seen in a long time. In terms of a star player that pretty
He
much
led the
turn
league
your
in
defense
sacks in
around.
over 3-year period. He led the league in sacks, and you don't get anything for him.
I don't get it.
I'm not even gonna bring the list of Jericho out because you're not even worth it. The Bengals are just so many words, but good is not one of them. Competent is not one of them.
And it's still questionable some of the decisions that they're making going into this offseason, especially keeping their coach. But we already talked about that. Y'all, we ain't going to talk your ears off again about that, So, yeah, just enjoy another year of incompetency and wasting Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow's primes. So, it is what it is.
But let's get to Trey Hendrickson, man. My pick for him, I think he's a Dallas Cowboy. Personally speaking, I think they go and spend the big money on a pass rusher to put next to Quentin Williams And I think Trey Hendrickson is that pass rusher. I don't think they're going to spend a lot of draft capital to go get Maxx Crosby. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're doing that. I think that's a lot of draft capital you're going to have to give up. Jerry Jones has shown that he kind of values stuff like that, so I don't see him doing that. But I could see him, now that he's gotten rid of all the big free agency money that he would have given. They're reworking a whole bunch of contracts right now. They reworked Dak, CD, and some other names. I think they're doing that to go get someone like a Trey Hendrickson. I'm picking Trey Hendrickson to go to the Cowboys. Reliq, I think I know you about to pick, but who you got?
Well, I mean, I definitely love the Cowboys take. There's a couple other teams. For example, the Falcons. I can see them.
I would like that move a lot.
I can see them getting pretty aggressive with that. I think the Eagles, man.
My gosh!
I think the Eagles, man, especially with what they're doing with another free agent that we're going to talk about.
Oh my God.
And then also Howie being the madman that he is. I can see it. I can just see
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis with him. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
I'm telling you, get it out of here, bro.
As an O-line, who are you even blocking? Like, that's like Jalen Carter has to be double teamed, and then now that's just oof.
And then also there's the Lions. That's another big. That's another big destination.
Putting him next to Hutch, putting him opposite of Hutch would be insane.
And then also with him playing the mentor role with Aiden, while still being a productive pass rusher himself. And the Lions have a young team. That a presence like that, it just makes sense to me.
I don't know what the Lions are kind of. I don't know where they're at because I didn't love them trading David Montgomery, but you know.
They have all the faith in Gibbs, but I don't think
think you should be overworking him like that either. I think having Montgomery
I agree.
helped him a lot, and they need to make sure they replace him adequately. But we'll get into that in another second.
Yeah, they'll have someone split carries with him. I'm sure.
But I'm not mad at the picks you said. But who you got? Who you standing on business with?
I'm gonna say the Lions, man. I'm gonna say the Lions.
Jeez, him opposite of Aiden would be disgusting. Oh
Disgusting.
God. Man, I ain't gonna lie. If he goes to the Lions, man, they might win that division.
Two freaks of nature.
They might win that division, man. I just don't know how. There's not gonna be no time for the quarterback to throw. The quarterback's not gonna have time to throw because they're gonna collapse the pocket within about 0.3 seconds.
I'm saying, other than the Texans duo, their outside duo,
that's literally the only duo that would be better. That literally would be the only duo that would be better. I don't think another duo would be better. Like that would be an insane duo, those two. Because Hendrickson, I don't care what nobody says. If he got off the Bengals, which he's about to do, you're gonna see a whole different person. All of a sudden, he's not gonna be as injured. He'll be way more motivated. And Aiden needs someone to take pressure off of him. You cannot now double Aiden Hutchinson if Hendrickson's on the other side. You cannot do that. Because if the defensive coordinator is smart, he's moving Hutchinson all over that D-line, and he's moving Hendrickson all over that D-line. They're not in the same spot every time. I would be having sometimes he's in the interior, sometimes he's outside, sometimes they're right beside each other. I would have them playing all over the place. I would have the offensive lineman wondering every single time where they're coming from.
I believe they run a 4-3 scheme, so that's definitely possible.
I mean, it would be insane if he was a lineman, man. Not gonna front. I like that. I like that move. Next up, probably the best O lineman in the free agency. Very O lineman like name, by the way.
This is crazy.
Tyler
this one's crazy.
Linderbaum. Very lineman like name. Shout out to him. Shocked that he's a free agent, but you know, that's it.
This is probably going to be one of those ones where they sign him back.
I can see.
This is probably going to be one of those ones because immediately his impact was felt upon drafting him, being one of the top centers in the league. And I'm pretty sure with Lamar being as banged up as he's been the past 2 years, This is I just don't see the feasibility. I don't see the logic in letting your best lineman go. I just don't see it. It doesn't make sense to me. But man, in terms of destinations, shoot, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of places we can go. Do you think I sound crazy if because honestly, I can see the Eagles going after him too.
Hey, listen, man, we can't.
I can see because they do stuff like this. Howie is one of those continuous improvement type of GMs. I can see that, especially with how.
Let's also start with this because we didn't discuss this at the beginning. Reliq, these are the teams with the top cap space right now. Chargers with 99, Titans with 93, Raiders with 88, Jets with 74, Commanders with 72, Seahawks 58, Bengals 47, Steelers 40, Patriots 39, 49ers 37, Cardinals 30.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
you actually brought in another team that I was gonna say would be smart to go after Linderbaum, and that would be the Chargers. Larry, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, I think that would be the team I'm picking is the Jets because they have the money to pay him and they badly need offensive linemen. So I think he's a Jet.
But he would go there to just be a Bugatti in a shed, like.
Hey, listen, I don't listen. They need a lot of pieces, and offensive lineman is one of them.
I think that he would take a pay cut to not go to them. I think that teams like the Chargers, where you have a franchise quarterback, you have two stud tackles on the outside.
Hopefully, are themselves coming back from lower extremity injuries.
Yeah, I don't know what the Jets are gonna do personally. I don't know.
I just could. It's a very Jet-like move to overpay for a player like Tyler Linderbaum. That's why I'm picking that.
And then again, money does talk, so I can see it. I
think that's what happens.
But he's predicted to be the highest paid center of all time.
He's gonna get his money for sure. He's gonna get
after this offseason.
He's gonna get his money for sure. No doubt in my mind, for sure.
All right, so what you think, man?
I think he's a Jet. I think he's a Jet. That's what I'm picking. I think the Jets overpay for him.
I'm surprised you didn't say the Ravens going to sign him back.
I just think he would have been back by now. They'd have franchise tagged him. I think the fact that they let him walk out the door means they don't plan on signing him. Because I was shocked to see he didn't get the franchise tag. He's been to the Pro Bowl 3 straight years. So I don't know what more you really need to see to not like. I'd have at least franchised him. I mean, he deserves to be the highest paid center at least for a year. So the fact that he didn't even get franchise tag at 25 years old tells me that they did not plan on paying him at all.
A pass block win rate of 97.2%. That's second in the league.
I think, is it Creed over him? That's probably the only person.
Yes, the only one.
Yeah, probably only Creed. No, I was shocked to see he didn't get franchise tag. I was shocked to see that. I was very shocked. I was like, what? He didn't get at least You're telling me you couldn't have made him the highest paid center at least for a year? Like, that's craziness. But moving on from that, Jalen Phillips. This one's a little more interesting because there's a lot of places I think he can go. And there's a lot of teams that could use pass rushers. And he's only 26 years old. I'm going to pick, though, that he stays with the Eagles. That's what I'm going to pick. Because I don't think they traded for him to not pay him. So I'm going to pick that he stays with the Eagles. I just think they didn't want to give him the franchise tag.
I can definitely agree with that also. It's a lot of teams that may challenge that if he stays in the market for too long. Because, I mean, he's very decent. I wouldn't have him.
I could see a team, not to cut you off, that didn't get Hendrickson overpaying for him. I could see that, though. Like, if they lose out on Maxx Crosby and Trey Hendrickson and still need a pass rusher, I could see someone overpaying for him. But I just think he fits so well with what Vic Fangio likes to do that I think they would want to sign him back.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not a super high sack guy, but he does get a lot of pressure. on the
They used
football.
him brilliantly with the Eagles. They used him brilliantly. They really unlocked him as far as how good he can be. I don't think you should leave that situation, personally speaking.
Yeah, yeah, I can see him going back.
So moving on from Jalen Phillips, we got Alec Pierce, another one I was a little bit shocked to see.
Man, his stock is going up.
Yeah,
his stock.
I did not see, and he talked about it. I think this was on was it Good Morning Football? I think I saw him on. It was something I saw him on. I believe. Man, it might have been with Kay Adams. I think I saw him with, and he was talking about he wants to be a number one, and he's not just looking for, he does want to get paid, but he's looking for like number one level, you know, stuff. Like he wants to get the targets that he deserves and the look that he deserves. And I don't blame him. I think Alec Pierce has high upside. I don't know if he's a number one receiver. I ain't going that far, but high upside for sure. Definitely high upside for sure.
I think so. I think he's on the career trajectory as like kind of like what Cup was before he kind of broke out. But in terms of me, what I think is gonna happen, I think the Colts retain him. I think they trade Pittman, personally.
I don't think they should trade Pittman.
I think they really like Pierce more than Pittman, especially down the stretch, and it showed last year.
I don't know about that. I like Pittman. It's hard. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think they're both solid receivers. I just both think they're not number ones. So that's the problem. You have basically a team for number twos and threes.
I wouldn't say that because I mean I feel Pierce and Pittman have number one capabilities, especially what Pittman showed the past
Pittman's
two
got number
years.
one size for sure. I
You
just
know, but quarterback was always their issue. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure the Colts are going to invest very heavily in Daniel Jones this
they already
offseason.
put him on the franchise tag, so he'll be back. So
So, and Daniel Jones' favorite target was Alec Pierce. So
unfortunately, yeah, it's just a big question mark if he's going to be healthy. But
oh yeah, but I mean, still to appease their quarterback, I'm pretty sure they bring him back.
I'm looking at the cap space. I think I know the team he's going to. I think he's a Raider. Raiders have huge holes in receiver, and I can see Alec Pierce going there.
Raiders got holes everywhere.
They do, for sure. That's why I think they're going to get a whole bunch of draft picks in that three-way trade. But I think he's a Raider. I think he's a Raider for sure. I think the Raiders make a lot of free agency moves for sure. They have almost $90 million in cap space, so I think they overpay Alec Pierce. Moving on, Odafe Oweh, the edge rusher, who obviously started with the
The Ravens.
Ravens. Trying to pull up his.
That's a very decent player too, by the way. Very very decent player.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up his stats just now. See how many sacks he ended up with last year. He ended up with 7.5 sacks. Very solid. Very very solid.
But in terms of him as a player, he's more of one of those momentum type pass rushers. It's like once he gets going, he's going. He can compete
Hey,
with.
he was cooking against the Patriots. I remember seeing him on a couple of plays. He was cooking.
Yeah, he can compete, and that's the thing. He was highly coveted in the draft where the Ravens did take him, and he was a solid player. You know,
I was a little bit shocked the Ravens even gave up on him, to be honest.
well, I think it was more about the capital that they needed because the Ravens at the time, they needed to get younger on defense. So, and I mean, always not old, but I mean, he was due for a contract. So, I mean, I can see, especially with Lamar's contract and everything else they have going on, I can see why they made that trade. But I also think that he's gonna stay with the Chargers. Personally, I don't think they let him go.
I can see that. I can see that. I think the Chargers had the most cap space, so it makes sense for that to happen. For sure. Definitely makes sense. Moving on. John Franklin Myers, D lineman for my Broncos. I personally don't think he's leaving. I could see it happening though. He was a very solid interior lineman for us. We had a very good front seven. I would hate to see him go. So selfishly, I'm gonna say he's gonna stay with the Broncos. Reliq, what you got?
Y'all are going to possibly lose him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think it's a high possibility.
If you let this guy sit, you're gonna lose him. I mean, he's not a high sack guy, but also he's a pressure guy. So I honestly feel, especially to be honest, I can see my Saints going after him, especially with our defense having the surge that it did. But and with him being a very versatile lineman who could play outside and in, I can see us making a move there. If he's left out there, I can see the Panthers also going after him.
I'd really like that move for the Panthers.
I can see the Bears making that move.
I can see that.
But
unless they trade for Maxx Crosby, then I think they're gonna give him all the money. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and also he's a nice veteran presence. That goes a long way on younger teams. So yeah, I can see the Panthers. I'll honestly say the Panthers. They'll probably be my top guess.
I can see that for sure. Moving on. Tariq Woolen, who is only age 27. He has 12 interceptions and 36 pass breakups in 4 years.
He is gone. He is gone. And he's probably going to the Giants, unfortunately.
He said unfortunately.
Unfortunately, he is a Giant.
Man. Funny, I was going to pick the Jets because they need to replace Sauce Gardner.
I'm telling you, these teams are going to... I mean, not these teams. These players are going to be avoiding that dumpster fire of a franchise.
Money talks, man. I'm going to let you know, money talks, man.
And I hate it for Aaron Glenn because he's a very, very, very talented coach. And I knew he should know what
as long as he can stay away during the draft combine.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad, by the way. But hey, I can see he's probably losing sleep, man. I would too, coaching that dumpster fire franchise.
Listening to Woody Johnson would take years off my life, so I would not be happy to go to any draft combine with Woody Johnson as my owner. But I got him going to the Jets just because I feel like they're going to overpay for a corner. I think the Jets are going to be another team that tries to spend a lot of money. Because I don't think this draft is great. This free agency, though, is actually very deep. So I think there's a lot of money that's going to be spent. Like, some bad contracts are going to happen. And there's 5 teams that have over $70 million in cap space. So there's going to be some money spent. And the Seahawks are just lurking there with 58. So, I think Tariq ends up on the Jets. Next up, Mike Evans. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he ends his career as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Well, I think that can still happen, but I think that he tests the waters.
I think he tests the waters. If someone gives him a crazy contract, like a crazy one, and it's a contender who still like could give him a legitimate chance, I could see the Chargers.
I'm thinking the Ravens, personally.
But I don't think the Ravens will give him the money. I don't, because they still gotta pay Zay Flowers. So
I mean, that is true, but at this point in Mike Evans' career, especially, he looked decent coming off the injury, but
I think he's still a good player. I think he's got at least 2 decent years left.
but I believe that he's going to try to go to the probably the best quarterback that he can find.
Well,
That's
I think it's
looking
going to be the
for a
best
wide receiver.
overall situation, not just the quarterback. Like he probably wants to win, so I think the Chargers would be really good for him. He would really solidify the number one spot over there. Um, excuse me. I could possibly see the Patriots. I could possibly see that. I could also see my Broncos. I could see that too. But I think he stays with the Buccaneers. I don't think the Buccaneers want to lose him. I think they pay him and keep him happy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he might be the best receiver the Bucks have ever had, to be honest. So
he for sure is. For sure is. Now,
next one,
who we got? I was
next,
about to say who we got.
next one, Malik Willis, who I've been seeing more and more saying that he's gonna get a big contract and all this, and
Someone's gonna take a chance. Now, this is where I think
uh,
the Jets are gonna are gonna step in.
I can see the Jets for sure. I can see the Cardinals now that Kyler Murray's gone.
Yep, that's another one.
Um, I don't see the Raiders. I think they're gonna get Mendoza. Yeah, I could see Jets or because he's probably looking for a long term contract.
I don't think that he gets a long term. I think he gets a prove it deal.
He probably gets a Sam Darnold special, probably.
He gets a prove it deal for this year, and then if he performs, then the long term deal comes right
He's
after.
only 27 and he hasn't really gotten a chance either. And he's shown in spots that he looks like he could potentially be a starting level quarterback.
Oh, he has
I
a
don't know
monster
about
arm.
franchise. I don't know about franchise level, but he showed enough to me with the Packers that like I would take a chance on him. You're
It's,
right. The Jets might be the team because they're in transition. They need a transition guy. I could see the Jets doing it. I for sure could see the Jets doing it.
oh yeah, man. In terms of
But
arm talent and
or
raw
maybe the Cardinals because
athleticism,
the Cardinals need a transition guy to go to the next guy. I think he's either. If I had to pick, I'll say the Cardinals because I think their year is a wash. I think it's the Cardinals.
okay. Well, since you picked the Cardinals, I'll pick the Jets because I mean
It's
it
gonna be
can go
one of
either
those
way.
two. It's gonna be one of those two because they're desperate for quarterback. So I'm gonna say the Cardinals just because now you save the money with Kyler, and you need someone at least to transition. So because you don't go into the season with Brissett again, you already seen that story. So um, yeah, we'll see how that even ends up going. Next name on the list is Kenneth Walker the third. I've been hearing my team over and over again. I don't love
Man,
that. I don't want another running back that gets hurt. I don't want that. Um, I can see it though.
he has great runner vision.
He's a very very good running back. He runs very physical as well.
And also to help with, because like as you said, you do have a lot of injured running backs on your depth chart already. He would easily be your number one guy,
I think
without
we
a
still need
doubt.
to give R.J. Harvey a chance though, man. I like R.J. Harvey.
I like RJ Harvey too. I feel he may need a little development also. J.K. Dobbins looked really good with you guys. It's just health.
Yeah, he's never healthy like ever. Um, not gonna lie, man. I'm going to go. This is tough.
Hey, while you're still deciding, I'm gonna say Giants.
Yeah, actually, the Giants don't have a lot of cap space. I don't know if they need to go huge on that big of a contract. I'll go my team. We got about 25 million. I'll go my team. I'm gonna say we sign him because he probably wants to go to a winner. So, and we do have a hole at running back because we need someone next to R.J. Harvey. So, yeah, I could see him going to the
Well,
Giants.
I mean, the thing is, he just won a ring. I think he's chasing money now. That's usually what happens with players that are free agents off of winning teams. So
But I doubt he wants to go to a bad team. Because to me, if it was just like the money, I think personally he probably goes to the Titans. But if it was, you know, I could see the Giants though. I could see the Giants, but I'll go with my team because that's where the rumors seem to be kind of strong.
I don't think the Titans, because I mean Pollard just had a 1,000-yard season. I mean, and he's on contract. I don't see that. I don't see that being a thing.
I don't know. They're high on Tony Pollard just in general. Though I always see his name in trade rumors, so I
I
don't
mean,
know how.
I mean, you have to move him. That's the thing. But because I mean, Kenneth
I would
Walker's
love
not
to
gonna.
see a two. That would be a nice two-headed monster to me. But I like I said, I'm not mad at the Giants pick. That makes sense, especially with Scatterbo hurt. Um, but I would say I'm I'm gonna go Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos. I think that's the move he probably make during the free agency.
Okay,
Uh,
respectable.
move, moving on, Devin Lloyd, linebacker, 27 years old, Jacksonville Jags.
This is where I'm, and this isn't selfish. This
Before
isn't
you say anything, I personally think he stays with. I personally think he stays with the Jags. Personally.
so like I do agree with that. But if he does get moved, I can see us, the Saints, making a move because
I wouldn't be mad at that because I think
Demario Davis aging.
Yeah,
I mean, Demario Davis is still playing at a high level,
he's a
but
free agent too. Yeah.
but to also, but I'm pretty sure we retain Demario. I don't see him going anywhere else.
Or he
Uh,
retired.
but Devin Lloyd being younger, you can, and having that veteran presence of somebody that's with the type of career that Demario Davis has had, taking him under his wing, I really would love that move, personally.
I do think
If the Saints are serious, if we feel we found our guy at quarterback, and with us finally having actual cap space and movable cap space and not being in cap hell anymore, I feel like this move would make sure that your fans know that you're serious.
I can see why you say that. I'll say this personally speaking. This is just me. If you're gonna sign Devin Lloyd, make sure that you're actually a contender because he's 27 years old, man. He's ready to go. He is ready to go, and he's someone to me you plug right into your defense, it automatically gets better. He's that good. Very, very solid player. Very, very solid player. Very solid player. Had 5 interceptions last year, by the way. Very solid player. One of those guys to me that doesn't get enough love, but very solid player. We have to get to a big name now. Kyler Murray. I was
Oh
shocked to see
man,
him get released outright. I thought he would get traded, but the Cardinals are just done with him. They're just done. And he's only 29. He's still, to me, in his prime. It's hard to say where he's going to go, though. It's hard to say. He
when
probably wants
healthy,
some money, too. He's not coming cheap.
when healthy, Kyler Murray is a very dynamic player. It's
He
just the
is.
decision making and the seriousness that's a question.
The
It's
question is, does he care about football? That's the question.
Yeah, the seriousness. I just don't think that he's in love with football. I don't think that he's a natural leader that you would want your quarterback to be.
By
You
the way,
know.
the Oakland A's still have his draft rights for if he wants to play baseball. And he's still young enough to do it.
Oh yeah, I mean he could start playing baseball
I know it's a
into
crazy
his
thing to
30s.
say, but if he doesn't get the money that he wants in free agency, I could easily see him going to try to play baseball. With that being said, it's hard to pick where he's gonna go. That's hard. It would have to be a team with a good amount of cap space.
Oh, he's not gonna be cheap. That's the thing.
I don't see the Titans. I don't see the Raiders. I don't see the Jets. I don't see the Chargers. I don't see the Commanders. I don't see the Seahawks. I don't see the Bengals. Is this where the Steelers maybe take a shot?
Now we're talking.
Maybe the Steelers take a shot.
Hey man, don't piss Snoot off, man.
Hey, listen, man. I just don't see a team like
I have teams. I have teams.
maybe the
Now
Falcons.
listen.
Maybe I don't because of what happened with Penix. I don't know. I
So
don't.
so
Maybe the
listen.
Dolphins.
So listen. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. I'm going Vikings 1.
I don't think the Vikings do it. I don't think they do.
I'm going Vikings 1
They're
personally.
first of all, they are in like serious bad cap. Like they have the worst cap in the league. So I don't know if they're even going to be able to afford him unless they gut at the team. So I don't know. I would love to see him on the Vikings. I just don't know if they can afford him because he ain't coming cheap.
For sure. I feel like they make something happen. Man, I know we mentioned the
I'm
Jets.
Kyler. I'm thinking about taking a pay cut to go to one of these teams that's ready to go.
I would take a pay cut to go throw to Addison and Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson.
I would do that.
I would take that pay cut.
I'd take a significant pay cut actually because he
And
made a lot more money than he deserved. To be honest.
and honestly, with the Vikings having that O line that they do have, you would, I think that it's worth a try to go after Kyler. Just so, and with the defense playing at the level that it's playing, because for one, that defense carried. They had no business finishing with a 9-8 record, none at all, and that was purely off defense, purely. I honestly feel like that they make something happen to where Kyler Murray comes and plays quarterback for them. And also, I know we mentioned the Jets earlier for some of the other quarterbacks that we talked about, and I can see it. I can see the Jets making it in a very aggressive offer to Kyler.
Yeah, I just don't see him wanting to go to the Jets to be honest, but I could see them definitely making an offer for sure. Definitely could see that. Man, this is hard. I'm not gonna front. There's only a couple of teams that could even afford him.
And then there's the Dolphins.
I'm gonna say the Steelers. I'm gonna say the Steelers. I think the Steelers get aggressive and go get him because I don't. You know what? I mean, I know Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna talk about him a little bit, but if I'm the Steelers, I would go get Kyler Murray. I would go get Kyler Murray. If the choice is between Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers at this current moment in time, based on age, go get the younger quarterback. Go get Kyler Murray.
Surprised to hear you say that. So you think it's going to be another carousel year for Aaron Rodgers?
Well, we'll get to what I think about that in a second, but yeah, I think Kyler Murray. I'm going to pick the Steelers because I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think who could afford him. Who do you want to really go to? The Raiders and Jets can afford him, but he ain't going there. I would love the Vikings, but I don't think they can afford him. I don't think he's coming cheap. So I don't. It's rare that a player that good gets outright released. So, one team I did not talk about that maybe possibly could do it. Maybe the Dolphins. Maybe the Dolphins.
I can see that. But I'm telling you, it's going to be the Vikings.
I'd love to see him go to the Vikings for sure. I'd love to see it.
And then have JJ just sit behind him. It doesn't hurt because, I mean, you're not expected to win the Super Bowl.
I think it'd have to be a situation where the players would have to outwardly say, we don't want JJ McCarthy. Then I think they go get him. But I think they're going to give JJ McCarthy another chance. I don't think that's smart, but
I don't see it, especially with how these players were reacting, the way Justin Jefferson was. I mean, even though Justin Jefferson didn't,
not happy. He was clearly not happy.
I mean, and also another testament to his professionalism. He never threw his quarterback under the bus at all. But he
did the complete opposite, actually.
But he's visibly upset. I can see him.
He did the opposite. He's hanging out courtside with this guy. He's being seen on courtside with this bum. That being seen courtside with him, man. You having stars come up like Steph Curry coming to dap you up, and you guys sit courtside with JJ McCarthy. Come on, man. That's a real homie right there. But moving on from that, Travis Etienne Jr., who was only 27 years old and to me had a very
The best,
explosive year.
the best year of his career.
26 rushes of 10 or more yards, 12th most in the league, by the way. And very capable out of the backfield.
Whew. I mean, I can see.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna surprise you with my pick.
I can see the Seahawks.
That would be a good. That would be a
I
good replacement for Kenneth Walker for sure.
I can definitely see the Seahawks. He'd be
Because he gives
cheaper.
them that pass option that Kenneth Walker does not.
Right, right. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna go with Seahawks. You know what? I'm not even gonna go for any options. I'm gonna go Seahawks. But definitely adds another dimension in the pass game that Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker did not provide. Um, and just coming off his best season, and he's healthy, completely healthy. I would love that move if the Jaguars don't retain him, which they should.
I am gonna go with the Carolina Panthers.
You think they're gonna put him on the same team as the brother?
I think that he goes to play with his brother on the Carolina Panthers.
Oh man,
I think that's where he goes. I think the Panthers need to replace Rico Dowdle and get a very consistent back. He can also give them
no.
an option out of the backfield. You cannot trust Chuba Hubbard going forward. I think he belongs and goes to the Carolina Panthers.
So I definitely agree that Chuba is not reliable, but Rico Dowdle just had an amazing year.
But he's already said he's not going back. He's already after that what they did in the last 3 games, 4 games. He's already said he ain't going back. He
They
ain't
gotta
going back.
they gotta figure that out, man.
No, he ain't going back, man. That's over. Go ahead and scratch that. It's over. Scratch it off the list. Put the Panthers. Anytime you have a big board and you say Rico Dowdle going back, just no. Scratch it off. He ain't going back. He already said it. He already basically said he's good. Because I don't know what they were doing with him down the stretch. I don't know what that was, but it seemed personal. I don't know.
Well, I think he was close to reaching incentives, and you know how that goes.
Well, now he's reaching free agency and he won't be coming back to your team. So enjoy Travis Etienne Jr. I think he's a Panther next year. Next name, Rashid Shaheed.
Come back, bro. Come back.
Who I think was very, very pivotal for the Seahawks run. I also think he stays with the Seahawks. I think they pay him.
For sure. Unfortunately. I just hate that we gave up on the season before seeing what Shuff can do.
Hey man, this is not the Tyler show, man. We're not doing this, man. It's not the Tyler show.
Bro. I just don't. That trade was so stupid down the stretch. Like, you give up on the season.
They clearly did not love him. I don't know what that was about.
It wasn't about that. We were going to blow it up until Shuff did what he did. Everything was about to get blown up.
He showed enough that he's a franchise quarterback. I don't know about that, but he showed that he at least goes into the next season as the clear starter. But I don't know about franchise quarterback. I need to see more. But we'll talk about him another time. But I think he ends up back with the Seahawks.
I can agree.
Isaiah Likely, who's only 26 years old. Funny enough, I do not think he comes back. And funny enough, I think he's going to the 49ers. I think he ends up on the 49ers. You don't know what Kill's about to be. I think they get a small contract. He goes to the 49ers.
49ers. Okay. Where could he go? I can see Titans.
Yeah, they're free. Their tight ends are free agent too. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see Titans.
Titans will probably overpay him too, to be honest.
And in terms of petty moves, I can see the Steelers, personally.
Steelers just let Jonnu Smith go, and Daryl Washington is ended on injured reserve, so I could definitely see that too.
But
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking for what Kyle Shanahan likes to do with the pass catching tight end. I could see that because he could be the guy opposite when Kittle comes back. That obviously Kittle's gonna be your main guy, but he's another red zone guy, another one on one with the linebacker guy. I like that. I would like that because Kyle Shanahan loves the mismatches. So
and then again, um, well, actually, no. I was gonna say the Chargers, but I'm pretty sure they move forward with
I can
Gadsden.
see the Chargers too, but they got that stud tight end already. But
Yeah. Gadsden had a really good rookie year.
and that guy looks like he's gonna be really good. So I think he goes to the 49ers, personally speaking.
Okay,
Moving on. Go ahead.
I was just saying. Okay.
Moving on. Romeo Dobbs. I think he goes back to the Packers, personally speaking.
Yeah, I say running back with your young wide receiving core.
Who's leaving Jordan Love right now? That's the question. Why? Yeah, I know you could go get your money, but you be leaving Jordan Love in his prime. So you know, wide receivers. I think
I
you do
just
need to look at who's throwing you the ball. You do need to look at that. Don't
I
just go
just
to a
don't
team for the money. You need to look at who's throwing you the ball.
I just don't know what they're doing with Matthew Golden anymore. I
That's another
don't
reason why I
know.
think he'll get re-signed because I think they probably saw a year of Matthew Golden and didn't love what they saw. Probably.
I sure didn't. I didn't like that draft pick at all,
I think he's still
personally.
going to be very good, but we'll see what happens with him.
And also being on a offense with Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, and Tucker Craft, it's a lot of upside with that offense. And Jordan Love looking how he looked especially in the playoffs, man. Man, I really hope that the Packers can do something to really help him. You know, he looks primed to have a breakout year, another breakout year.
For sure. Next up, Kirk Cousins.
He is going back to the Vikings.
You know,
Write it,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
write it down.
That's where I think he's gonna go. You're talking about Kyler Murray. I think this is Kirk Cousins territory. This has got Kirk Cousins written all over it.
It'll be one of those two.
It's got Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will come for cheap. To go play with JJ and those, he'll come back for the
I
cheap.
mean, he's just going back to his team.
Yeah,
It's the same players.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that he's a free agent, I think for sure he's going back to the Vikings for sure. He come back for $5 million probably for sure. We got David Njoku, tight end from the Browns. He's 30 now, so it's harder to say. Man, that's hard to say. I'll go Eagles since they let Dallas go there go.
I can see that.
Because I think he'll be a cheaper option. I almost wanted to put Isaiah Likely with the Eagles, but the Eagles don't have too much cap space, so I don't think they're going to want to spend a lot. I think Njoku would come cheaper.
So I'm gonna say Bucks and Bucks and Patriots. Yeah, those are gonna be my two picks.
I can see the Bucks because they let K. Dalton go, so I can see that.
So with Hunter Henry, he's very solid. I feel
Not reliable though, unfortunately.
I feel a two tight end system would definitely benefit a young quarterback like Drake May.
But you just can't rely on Hunter Henry, unfortunately. That's the problem.
Especially with O-line being an issue there. You know, having another big target that can also block. I feel like that would definitely help him out.
For sure. For sure. Moving on. Dallas Goedert. 31 years old. Someone who, to me, has been very underutilized. Funny enough, I think he's a Steeler.
I wouldn't be mad at that. And I'm actually going to steal that. I'm going to steal that take.
Literally. I think he's a Steeler. I think it makes sense. I know he's 31, and it's like, oh, you just let go of Jonnu Smith and yada yada. I think Dallas Goedert fits more what the Steelers want to do though. And he's a real vet, not gonna come in there and play around. I like him for the Steelers. Travis Kelce, I think we both know he's not going anywhere, right?
He's going to retire.
Or yeah, he's gonna retire. He's gonna be a Chief. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Chubb.
Oh man. Okay.
Hard
Now,
to say because he missed the whole season.
he
with
needs
injury.
to. I was
He
gonna say
did
he needs
play-
to go back to the Broncos. That's where he needs to go.
Hey, listen, that was going to be my pick. I think for a cheap contract, he comes back to the Broncos to play opposite Nick Bonito. He finished with 8.5 sacks last year, by the way. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think he goes to a contender for the cheap. I was going to pick the Broncos, actually. It's funny you said that.
So I can see them. I can see
But
the
we need to have some
49ers.
different teams. I don't like the fact you picked it. We need to have different teams. So for this,
I mean, I picked it before you said anything.
I know.
No,
I don't like that you did that. So I'm gonna pick another team. I'm gonna pick that he goes to the Seahawks.
Okay, respectable.
I think he's gonna go probably to the Broncos though.
My second team, 49ers, and
I can see that for sure.
and another team, probably the Chiefs.
I was also secretly thinking Bengals too because they have some cap space and gonna need to replace Trey Hendrickson, and he'd be just cheap enough for the Bengals to do it.
I don't want to talk about those guys.
I think he needs to go to a contender though. So I think Broncos or I thought Seahawks for the cheap.
The Bengals need to fix their O-line. That's what they need to do.
They need to pray. That's what they need to do.
Fix their. They have so many holes. I don't even want to talk about them.
Yeah, they're very bad. Yeah, very bad. Aaron Rodgers. I'm not gonna front, man. I was thinking Vikings. I could see Vikings. I could see that. The other sneaky team that I could see, but this would be more of like really, really out there type of thing. Like really, really out there. I could see a scenario where Kyle Shanahan says, "I'm good on Brock Purdy for right now."
Nah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself trolling Brock Purdy.
Throw that away. Throw that away.
I'm just playing. Nah. I think if he can't get to the Vikings, I think he retires. I think that's what it is. I think he gets to the Vikings somehow or he retires. If I'm him, I'm not running it back with the Steelers. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No. I don't think he needs to go back there. Why would you want to go back to McCarthy? Why would you want to do that? You left because you didn't like him at first. Now you want to go back? No, I don't see that. I don't see that. I think the Tomlin thing was the final straw. That was the final straw.
So I can see a 1-year rental with the Chiefs, personally, especially with
that would be very interesting, actually.
Especially with Mahomes
him and Andy
being
Reid
hurt.
would be an interesting combination.
Yeah, I can see that, especially with Mahomes being hurt and his recovery probably going to be well into the next season.
I just thought of a sneaky one on the low rally. What if he went to the Falcons?
Nah.
Just on a 1-year type of thing while Penix tries to get healthy.
Oh, man.
Because he would come real cheap. That's why he let Kirk Cousins go. His contract was too big. And you could get Aaron Rodgers for the cheap, throwing to Drake London and that Bijan. Like they got a team. They got Kyle Pitts. Like they're more stacked than the Steelers were. So I just thought about that on the fly. He might mess around and try to do something like that. If once again, it's got to be a team that doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a starting level quarterback that needs someone for just a year. So the Falcons kind of need someone for just a year. I'm not rushing Michael Penix back, not on a lower extremity injury. He ain't look great before that. So,
Yeah, the Falcons, they're the on paper merchants. I will give them that. But yeah, I actually hope that happens. Please put a statue back there, please. I would love that. I would love that, especially with our defense looking the way it looked down the stretch. Please do.
I think personally he's probably gonna retire though. personally speaking.
He needs to, man. Stop kicking the can down the road. It's time.
Hey,
You
look, man,
can
it's hard to walk away from millions of dollars. I don't blame these players for playing as long as they do. And when you're an all-time great like Aaron Rodgers, you always think you still got another year. So I don't blame him, man. I really
look.
don't.
That's cool and all, but it's time. Go spend time with your family. Finally, take all the ayahuasca you want.
Hey,
Just
look,
go enjoy life.
we'll see what happens, man. But let's just say if the Vikings can't call at the door and they say, "Hey, you get to go to JJ, Addison, and Hawkinson for a year," I'm signing up. So we'll see what happens. Wandale Robinson, who's only 25 years old, by the way. I did not know that.
They need to sign him back.
I think
Sign him back.
I do think, especially when Neighbors hurt, I think he stays with the Giants. Personally speaking.
Sign him back. He definitely seems like a more
Solid number
developed.
two upside for sure. Solid
He,
number two upside.
yeah, he definitely has developed into a really nice number two. At first, I really didn't like Wandale, but he
He grew
showed
on me
a lot
last
of
year.
grit. He
He
showed a
grew,
lot of grit last year,
especially after Neighbors went down. He grew on me last year.
and it showed how incompetent the damn Giants are for signing and paying Slayton over him, which was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna regret that for sure. Next on the list, Rico Dow.
Go get your money, brother. Go get your money.
I got a place for him.
All right, let's hear it.
Here we go. Hold on, I just had it. My bad.
Maybe the Jags.
I actually could see that. That wasn't the team, but I could see that.
Or the Steelers. I can see that.
I just had it.
They need it.
I was gonna say he replaces David Montgomery with the Lions.
I would actually really like that, especially at the point of his career that he's at. I like that.
I know he wants to get his money, but I would love if he could be next to Jameer Gibbs. That would be a great combination.
That's a great change of pace back.
Because I don't think he's gonna get the money that he thinks he's gonna get. I just don't think he's getting that. He's 28 years old. He's not a top 10 to 15 running back to me. He's like right outside of it. Well, he might be like around 15, but you know,
Hey, he showed some. He showed something this past year.
he did. But a lot of these teams already have the running back. Like I'm gonna go down the list. You tell me. The Chargers, they got that young guy that they get that's coming back. I mean, I could see them potentially signing Dowdle, but they don't have like a clear like need for a number one running back.
I like Hampton, but
I like Dowdle more than Hampton, but I think that they're more invested on Hampton than going to go pay a number one running back.
But the thing is though, with Hampton now being, he was injured in college and now injured in the.
No, I get what you're saying. It makes sense, but
I would.
I don't see the Chargers spending significant money to go get Dowdle, which you're gonna have to do. Like he's gonna want some money. But to me, the Lions now have a clear need at running back. They need to go spend some money on a running back. So that's why I think it makes sense for them. Chargers, I could see it, but they got a lot of cap. But they got a lot of holes other places besides running back. So they need to go fix that. Titans, I don't see that. Raiders got Genty. Jets got Brees Hall. They franchise Brees Hall. Commanders have, oh gosh, I forgot his name. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Am I drawing a blank because they don't have Ryan Robinson's gone? Who did they trade him? Who did they trade? I forgot who the Washington running back even is. Blitz talk. I apologize. I'm going to bring it. I have to pull it up.
Well,
Ja'Cory Crosby married. I think he goes in as their number one guy. I don't see them spending money on a running back. I totally forgot.
No, and plus he's super young too. Like
rookie contract. Now Seahawks, maybe. I could maybe see that. Maybe Seahawks. That'd be another place. But I don't know if they want to spend significant money on a running back. I think Travis Etienne makes more sense for them anyway for what they want to do. Bengals have Chase Brown. Steelers have Warren. Patriots have two young running backs. 49ers have McCaffrey. Cardinals have James Conner. Rams have Kyron Williams. I could see Broncos, but he wants significant money. I don't see us paying him significant money. I think Kenneth Walker goes there. Chiefs, that's a sneaky one. Chiefs is a sneaky one. I could see the Chiefs. I could see the Chiefs actually. That's now I think about it. I could see the Chiefs. Bucks have Bucky Irving. Ravens have Henry. Eagles have Barkley. Cowboys have Javonte Williams, who they just signed. You know what? I think I just found this team.
All right, let's hear it.
I think he goes to the Giants. I think he goes to the Giants because the Giants don't have that much cap space. I think they will relish the opportunity to steal a former Cowboy as well. I think he goes to the Giants. That's my pick.
Okay.
Just out of pettiness.
Okay. I'm actually not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I personally think the Panthers need to do whatever they can to get him back because
I think that ship sailed.
I'm not going into the season with Chuba being my number one again. You tried it.
I think they're definitely going to spend money on a running back this offseason for sure.
Yeah, you tried it. It didn't work. Let's, go repair the relationship. Let him know that you messed up by limiting his snaps because that was crazy. Unserious, very unserious behavior. But you're the Panthers, so moving on.
Khalil Mack, age 35 season, man. That's how I know I'm getting old because I remember when he was in his prime. Khalil Mack, man, 35 years old. I think he goes back to the Chargers. I think he goes back to the Chargers. Or I could see a scenario where he goes to the Bears on a cheap deal. He goes back to Chicago.
I wouldn't be mad at that, especially with their defense looking the way it looked. A nice veteran presence. Probably wouldn't cost a lot of money at this point in his career. And also, pretty much a Hall of Fame guy, for what he's accomplished. Only thing he's missing.
I think definitely he's a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, only thing he's missing is a ring. I can see him wanting to go to a real contender.
I could see him going to the Bears on a very cheap deal to go try to play for a contender. I could see that. He's already familiar with them too, so I can see it. Maybe he goes to the Eagles on a really cheap deal. I can see that too. The Broncos on a cheap deal. I can see that too. Patriots on a cheap deal. Seahawks on a cheap deal. I can see it. Definitely. Next up, Jawan Jennings, age 29. I think he goes back to the 49ers personally. They have so many holes at receiver. You cannot lose someone who's familiar with Brock Purdy already.
I'm definitely inclined to agree with that. I personally, Jawan Jennings is very serviceable, but I feel with the Ayuk situation going the way it's going, everything else, you definitely retain him. You retain Jawan, and in the draft, you go heavy receiver, early.
That Brandon Ayuk situation is just very troubling.
And some of the rumors I've been hearing,
not good, not good at all. What I'm
hearing. Well, it's actually not good on both ends.
It's really not good on his end though. If some of the rumors that they're saying is true, that he basically messed up his rehab and
Oh yeah, he tricked off rehab in the offseason and ended up ended up with complications.
I hope that's not true, but if it is, it's not good. Next up, Nakobe Dean, linebacker, Eagles, 25 years old. Surprised he was not brought back already, but he had a knee injury. I still think, I'm not gonna lie, I think he's going back to the Eagles. I don't see him leaving the Eagles.
Still pretty young. I think that they have him test the market before bringing him back, and if no one picks him up, they end up picking him back up. But I can see Okay, let me go through my list. I can see the Titans. They have a very stingy defense that may use a presence like that.
I would like that. Put as many people in that line to help pass rush for Jeffrey Simons because that guy's a monster for sure. Next up, the guy who used to be Devo Samuel. I'm just kidding.
The running back that we now know of as Debo Samuel.
To be honest, funny enough, I think he goes back to the team that he originally was at. I think he's back at the 49ers.
I agree. That's exactly what I was about to say. And they've shown on social media to have a very positive relationship still. You know, he tried to go somewhere else and, didn't work out.
Well, what hurt the worst for him was that Jaden Daniels got hurt. I think it would have worked out if Jaden Daniels didn't get
hurt. Maybe so. But at this point in his career, especially with Terry McLaurin missing some games, it definitely showed that he's not a number one receiver. He just can't. He can't be your number one receiver at this point.
Right.
And in fact, not using him in the running game as much as he was used with the 49ers. I think that's his pocket now. So the 49ers, they'd probably be the best team to utilize him. And especially with the depth issues that they do have at receiver. You would still, instead of targeting Christian McCaffrey over 100 times in the receiving game, you could at least break that up some.
For sure. Next up, Jamel Dean, cornerback, Tampa Bay. Only 28 years old. A lot of guys still pretty much in their primes who are in free agency right now. I say he goes back to Tampa Bay personally.
Personally, would love to see him go. But it's a market for these cornerbacks, man. They better.
I will say if he does leave,
they better hope to retain him back. Because if I'm the Giants, I go after him.
Yeah, I say if he does leave, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see the Giants. Not gonna lie, I could also see the Bengals. But
God, they need everything. I don't even want to mention them because honestly, you can mention them for everything. Yeah, I'm gonna say Giants for me.
I can see that. I missed another corner, by the way. I just recognized Jalen Watson is also a free agent from the Chiefs. Only 27. I do think now that McDuffie's gone, I think he definitely now stays. If they lose him and McDuffie, my goodness, I don't. What defense are you gonna have next year? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, their safety's also a free agent.
Yeah,
I think I did see that. Yep, Brian Cook is also a free agent. So I just don't understand. I'm not gonna revisit the McDuffie thing. I'm sorry, y'all. But I think Jalen Watson comes back now, especially with McDuffie gone.
Yeah, I believe they retain Cook and McDuffie. I mean, not McDuffie. And Watson somehow.
Yeah, they're gonna have to for sure. Stephon Diggs. It's appropriate that medic was or the emergency people were in the background because that's what this situation is now for Stephon Diggs. It's an emergency because this might be Stephon Diggs' last team. Stephon Diggs might be his last team. I'm not going for it, man. It ended bad, man. And then he's got a whole court case he's fighting right now, man. Listen, man. I'm not going to bring up his personal life all but so much, but there's some things going on in that too.
Man,
I don't know, man.
So personally,
who's spending the money to go get him right now? I don't see that. I don't.
So I think he takes a pay cut with wherever he goes, but
Well, to me, when a wide receiver hungry team cuts you, that's bad. They didn't even cut Mac Hollins. They cut him. That's crazy.
So this is I don't think it's too far fetched, but I can see, especially with them repairing their relationship, I can see the Bills. I can see the Vikings on a cheap deal.
I can see the Browns.
I mean, and the Browns, they can take anybody.
Yeah, I can see the Browns. I could possibly see the Dolphins because Tyreek's not there. Um, I could possibly see maybe the Ravens. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to pick for him. Um,
Yeah, the Ravens could use more wide receiver
I'll
weapons.
go Ravens. I'll go Ravens on a cheap deal. I'll go Ravens. They love getting washed up guys. They got DeAndre last year. I'll go Ravens.
Hey man, chill on D Hop.
Hey, D Hop's a Hall of Famer. Don't get it twisted though. One by far a top five receiver for his era, for sure.
But yeah, man, shoot, we didn't touch on a lot of these free agents, but
Yeah, and we're
and
only
and it's more to come. It's definitely more to come.
yeah, but this talk we're gonna end on the last free agent, someone that I did not want to make sure I skipped over. I did see his name, and I thought about if I even wanted to talk about him or not. But Joey Bosa, who I think is on his last legs, but could help a team that needs pass rush. I have a team for him too.
All right, let's hear it. What you got?
I think Joey Bosa ends up at I almost said St. Louis, Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Saint. I was about to say, please don't piss me off. But okay.
Very cheap, very cheap. Someone that could spell the pass rush. Someone on third down. If you put him with Verse and Young, I really like that. I'm going Rams. Gives us some pass rush depth.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm actually not mad at that at all.
Cause I think for sure he's going to a contender. He ain't going to a bad team.
I can also see 49ers. I could see
Oh, see, you know what? That's the obvious one. Is him to go play with his brother. That would be the obvious one.
yeah, for
I actually am
vibes,
gonna switch
man.
my pick to that. I like that pick. I'm switching my pick to the 49ers.
There's
I
no
think
way you're taking my pick.
you
Like
just took mine not that long ago. So we're not doing that. I definitely could see because I didn't even think about the brother thing. I definitely think in his last year he might want to go play with his brother. And he's also coming off an injury. They might need a Joey Bosa to be honest. I like that pick. I'm going with that.
all right, well, hey, you got my pick. Definitely going 49ers.
All right, Blitz Talk TV. We made it, man. You just heard the NFL free agent extravaganza, man. Blitz Talk, we made it, man.
And it's still more to come, bro. Like free agency hasn't even started yet. So,
Yes,
more
we will be
surprises.
breaking more news. We will be breaking all the trades. You heard the three-team trade here first. You heard the destination of every free agency person that was relevant here first. You heard it here first because Blitz Talk, man, we stand on business, man. We don't be out here just talking. We ain't like some of you talking heads out here who get paid to say a bunch of nothing and start narratives and hot takes. We stand on business, man. We stand on business. You heard the takes here first. You heard the picks here first. Blitz Talk TV. We still have more to come. We haven't even started the real NFL season quite yet. It don't really start until free agency hits and we start seeing names moving places. We're gonna be breaking news as it breaks. We just saw McDuffie get traded. I think bigger trades are coming down the line, man. I'm telling you, Blitz Talk, it's gonna be a big NFL season this year, man. There's no Mahomes next year. Like, it's gonna be a big season next year, man. And we're looking forward to it. We got more to come. There's a draft special coming up too. I'm telling you, Blitz Talk, you need to tune in now. You need to tune in now, man. Reliq, you got anything for the people before we head out?
Just glad to be here, man. And also, it was really good to kind of have a change of pace, man. I was a little bored, without the NFL season. So, yeah, this was really fun.
Hey, Blitz Talk, y'all already know TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, any place that you can follow us on social media, please do. We will have giveaways coming soon. BlitzTalkTV. That was your NFL free agency special.